Hi, thanks for tuning in. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, and I still wanted to close out the year with a little celebration of some of the new pieces I was able to add to my closet. So I thought I would round out some of the second half of the year purchases in this kind of collective haul. So I don't have a ton to share, but I did go to Chanel twice, and that's more than the last couple of years combined. I'll probably be going through things a little bit rapid fire, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below and I will answer them there. The second half of the year pretty much encompasses like my birthday, my husband's birthday, and then the holidays. So these collection of things are pretty much some snippets of my birthday gifts as well as some early holiday gifts. I know every family has a slightly different philosophy around gift giving. I grew up in a family that was very fluid with gift giving in terms of we didn't have to wait for the day to give the gift. My husband grew up in a family where it was like gifts were saved until the day. So like you couldn't open them until Christmas, or like you couldn't open them until your birthday. So we have now adopted like a mix in philosophy. There will be some pieces that might happen a little bit early, and then there might be some pieces that happen the day of. So one of my gifts for my birthday was this gorgeous Celine cardigan. It's a pretty classic cashmere cardigan that we actually picked up from the Woodbury outlets. It was in gray, and I think it was also in black, and they had it in my size, and I thought it was a really versatile piece. So he had very kindly gifted that to me as part of my birthday. I've already worn that a ton. It is really easy to wear. The other birthday item, it was a little bit of a gift to myself kind of situation. One that was a little unexpected at Chanel was this little guy right here. Why I said it was really unexpected is because I haven't properly stepped foot in a Chanel boutique in a while. But I was actually visiting a friend in Chicago. She was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, oh, I just kind of want to browse some of the stores. I feel like we haven't just gone shopping like that. Just to see. I didn't have an agenda. I wasn't really looking for anything. And in the Chanel store, we just happened to have seen this hanging up, it was all the way at the top of the display wall. And it was actually my husband who found it first. He was like, what's that? It's, I think, technically considered an SLG because I think on the tag it's called a phone O case or something like that. But it is in black calfskin with the black hardware, so it's a so black piece, which I think some of you guys know I love. It has a functioning pocket in the front with a slip pocket, and then there is this whole open compartment in the inside. It's kind of like a camera bag style, but rotated 90 degrees. Inside there's a slip pocket in the front, so on the other side of this slip pocket is another slip pocket. And then there's also two card slots in the back, and I left the paper in there so you can see it. And then otherwise it's just an open cavity, and it's actually a really convenient piece to have. Also is really easy for when you're traveling. This could make a really great airport bag. I like to usually have a smaller bag that has my passport and wallet, things like that inside, and then a bigger bag that's just my carry-on. And so far it's actually gotten quite some mileage. I had another trip to Korea and Japan planned for the fall, and so I took it for that trip. Somewhat unexpected birthday tradition that's been happening is that I would get a new piece of jewelry for my birthday. And so the newest addition has been this ring right here. It is 5 emerald cut stones just lined up together, and I really liked it. So I decided to pick it up for my birthday. One of the biggest, most unexpected items that I was able to get this year was my dream watch. I've had it on my wish list for a while. I think it's been about 3 or 4 years in the making, but it finally came in and I was able to get it, and it was just after my birthday. So I considered it a birthday gift to myself as well. And that is this piece right here. I think it's called the Yacht Master too. I just call it the Yacht Master, but I know there's a more official Yacht Master that is a much bigger dial and it has a lot more numbers on it. But this is the style that I have wanted in the, I think it's a rhodium dial. So that's like the darker silver dial face. It's in the 39mm. I love it. I love it. This next item isn't anything crazy, but it's another fun piece that I really enjoy carrying, so I wanted to feature it in this video. I briefly mentioned that I had a trip to Korea and Japan in the fall, and as part of that trip while I was in Japan, I also picked up a Porter piece. And so that's this bag right here, or this tote, I guess. What really stood out to me was the color. I really liked the cream color, and I know they don't always have that color in stock. I also liked that it had the two-way handle, so you have a shoulder strap, and you can also make it longer so it becomes a crossbody strap, and then it also has the top handle straps here. I just really liked the color. It is like a chalky cream color and not the typical like black or navy or green color that I often associate with Porter bags. Plus I was in Japan, so with the exchange rate and the tax back and everything, it was definitely a better deal to get while I was in Japan. You might have noticed what this little guy is. Regional bird that you see in Hokkaido. Hokkaido is the northern island of Japan. That's what it's called, the shimaenaga, the little bird, aka the snow fairy, and they're super cute. Now we're entering some of the like holiday territory, some of the early holiday gifts. The other thing that had brought me into a Chanel store and resulted in a Chanel purchase was the Coco Neju. I don't know actually how to pronounce it, but the winter collection from Chanel. Then I saw this piece and I was like, it wouldn't leave my mind. I was in the market for maybe like a wool alpaca coat or something like that. I don't know. I was just like in the mood for something a little bit more wintry to add to my like winter wardrobe. There was one in a slightly bigger size, but it was also at a local boutique here. So I went over to the boutique to try it on, and then that's how I ended up with this piece. And it looks like this. But it is a wool alpaca like vest. I know they also made like a jacket version because I saw one of those a little bit later, but I really liked the vest style because I liked that it meant my arms would be less restricted. Also, this fabric is so soft. It's really nice and soft. It's very lightweight. So for the amount of warmth that it brings, it is super, super lightweight, and it's very comfortable to wear. It is also a size or two larger than what I would typically go for, so it does afford some extra room, which means I can also wear some pretty chunky sweaters underneath. I haven't gotten a ready-to-wear piece from Chanel in a really long time, but I thought for the price point that it was at, it's pretty much like an outerwear piece, but I felt like it was priced at like a sweater price point, if that makes sense. So I thought this would be a piece that I can also kind of age into really well. Sometimes there are ready-to-wear pieces that work better and like fit your style like now, and this is something that I feel like I could wear even once I turn into like, you know, grandma. I could still wear this. Winding down to the last couple of items, I wanted to mention this because, I don't know, it stood out to me. It's from a brand that I haven't thought about in a while, and but it is an item that had really stuck out to me. I mentioned it once to my husband, and then he decided to get it for me for Christmas, which I was not expecting. I did end up opening it up early, even though I knew it was my Christmas gift, because the box was really large. And that is this bag right here. And it's actually a Marc Jacobs bag. It is in the style called the sack bag, which I know is like their one of their classic silhouettes. So this one in particular was an artist collab with David Shrigley. And so that's the artist who is part of this like bandana print with the flowers in there. And I just really liked the bandana look, honestly. I thought this silhouette was really cool with this like wrapped bandana look. And this bandana piece is also all leather. So this whole bag is completely leather. and I haven't even had a chance to take it out yet. I literally got it a couple days ago, and it's really cool. It's a really cool piece, and like I said, I haven't thought about Marc Jacobs bags in a while. I feel like they're having a bit of a revival, if you will, kind of along with Coach, which is great for both of those brands. One of my first bags, like full leather pieces, was from a Marc Jacobs bag. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be based on the picture that I saw on my phone originally, but I also kind of like it to be as a, like, let me just haul all of my stuff around kind of bag. I also think it would make a really great travel bag. You see that? Like, it's a pretty spacious bag. I think you could fit a lot of stuff, and then you just like plop it on top of your carry-on and roll it around. I think it would make a really great travel bag. Last but not least, it are a couple of home items from Loewe. I saw that Loewe was doing their little pop-up with the hot chocolate brand Glace. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. I actually went to try out not only the hot chocolate, but also check out their perfume pop-up. The space is really nice. I would say if you're in the area or you've been interested in checking out more of Loewe's scents, I definitely recommend going there. The setup was really nice. I already have the Tomato Leaves home room spray, and I love spraying that in the house, but at the store I discovered another scent that was gorgeous, and it's called Ivy. We decided to get a little candle of Ivy. Ivy happens to come in this like dusty pink votive. We already started burning it. It has a really strong scent throw, which is also really nice. The small candle is, I think, more than enough for our New York City apartment. And then we also got the lid, terracotta lid, that you can place on top. Once you blow out the candle, you can put the lid on to prevent all the smoke from coming up, but also it prevents from all of the scent from kind of evaporating if you just leave it open. They have a ton of other scents as well, home scents as well as fragrances. So if you are familiar with Tomato Leaves, it is much more green scent. It does smell like the tomato vine. This one, Ivy, is a lot sweeter. It has a base that is a little bit green because it's Ivy, but on top of it is like a bit of sweetness that isn't too sweet, that I think makes it a really great home scent without being too overpowering. So those are all of the items that I wanted to feature as part of this year-end collective haul. Now, I'm feeling this like spurt of inspiration to film a few more videos, so I'm hopeful that I will have a couple more videos ready to share with you guys soon. I'm still trying to find the right cadence of videos and things to share and things that like make sense as part of what I want to share. My frequency of purchasing some of these items has definitely changed since when I first started posting videos and sharing a lot more of my collection. So I'm just trying to find the right balance, if you will, of like how much I'm purchasing, how much I'm sharing, and how I'm sharing those things. So I'm still figuring that out. As you can tell, I go through little spurts of posting videos, but I'm hoping with some of this like renewed energy around it, I'll be able to find a better balance and post a little bit more consistently. But I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday with your loved ones, and I will see you in the next one.